Hey guys, it's Imani Renee. Welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone, but we're jumping straight into it because I definitely forgot to make an intro. So as you can see by the title, we are doing a start to finish custom color, bleach bath, custom handmade wig, and install. All of that, the whole 911. I will have the hair company tag below, and let's get into it. So I want to start off with 6 scoops of BW2 Bleach. If you guys don't know what BW2 is, go ahead and Google it. It's at your local hair store. I did do 6 scoops, and I just kind of eyeballed it as far as the developer is concerned. Too much is never enough when you're doing a bleach bath because you do want it to be extremely runny. So you guys are gonna see me just mixing it up, trying to get a feel of how this is gonna go. This is actually my first time doing a bleach bath. I watched a ton of videos before I started, and this is what they told me to do. So just stay tuned. And yes, I am doing this with no gloves. No, I do not recommend. I have been bleaching hair for over 10 years, so I'm pretty acquainted with it. Make sure you guys have a ventilation system set up, as in like maybe a good fan or AC circulating wherever you're going to be doing this bleaching at, because it can get very thick in the atmosphere and it can definitely knock you out if you let it. So make sure you have gloves and make sure you are in a area where the air is circulating. So as you can see, I went ahead and added a lot of water, definitely too much water, which we're going to fix a little later in the video. So I'm just going to submerge all of the hair into the water piece by piece. I didn't use a brush, color brush thing. I didn't use one with bristles. I used this one instead because it just seemed easier and I didn't want to comb through the hair. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and submerge all of the hair into the water, including the frontal. And then this is what we came out with, a chocolate brown. Definitely not satisfied, so we're about to go back in. So the color we are trying to achieve, as you can see by the thumbnail, is a ginger orange color, similar to the ginger color that I actually did on some natural hair in my last video. So this time I'm going to actually add a extra lightener by Shimmer Lights, which should go ahead and take out some of that orangey color for us and help us get to blonde. And then I'm going to add the same exact developer, except this time I used 40. In the beginning of the video, I actually had 30 volume developer, and every video I watched did recommend 40. So that's another way that I actually went wrong and why my results weren't what I wanted it to be. You'll also notice that in this second attempt, I didn't use as much water. I'm going to add a little bit more here, and then that's going to be it. I didn't put nearly as much as I had the first time, and this is the final color. Ooh, my man calling me. How y'all? Hold on. Okay, back to business. So y'all see this ugly brown color that it lifted to? This is not our goal. So of course I'm submerging the hair again. And both times I did do head to toe as far as the hair. So I did root to tip and then tip to root as far as how I was laying them in the pan, if that made sense. So this time I'm going to use some aluminum foil. And as you can see, I did wear gloves this time as well. So the second time around was just better all around. I wore gloves, had aluminum foil. We got to a nice blonde. We had 40 volume developer, and we used less water, okay? So as you can see, I'm just kind of creating some heat with the hair, some friction, just so we can cook it up a little bit more. I was pretty satisfied with the blonde that the bundles had lifted to, and now I'm going to actually add the frontal in. I did add the frontal last because I felt like the frontal was lifting way quicker. Majority of the time, frontal hair is more virgin hair and more raw than the bundle, so it was lifting quicker. And you're gonna see me messily and quickly bleach my knots with a thicker paste of the bleach that I whipped up on the side, and then I'm gonna put it back into the aluminum foil, and we're gonna let that cook a little bit, and let's see. So this lifted to a perfect honey blonde that will get us to our nice orange auburn cinnamon ginger color. So I'm just showing you guys that there's like highlights and lowlights in the hair. So now we're going to prepare to get our wig started, but first we have to coat our roots. So as you can see, I already did bleach my knots. So now I'm just going to coat my knots on my frontal over and over and over and over and over and over until I feel like they will not be penetrated by the watercolor and I don't want orange knots. So now we're just blow drying it, doing all we can to make sure that we're creating this nice coat on the frontal knots so that they won't be colored. And speaking of colors, we'll be using Paprika and French Cognac by Adore. I've had these colors for a few years now, so I pretty much just mixed them two in a bowl, and I'm going to use this as my root color. I'm going to go piece by piece by piece by piece on this frontal to make sure that I don't get any dye on the lace and that it does not penetrate through the knots. And I know there's other ways to do this a lot quicker, but I'm a perfectionist and I'm very meticulous and I don't mind putting in the time for a nice color wig. So as you can see right there, my knots are still blonde and they will not be orange. So here I'm going to go ahead and start dunking our bundles into our watercolor, which is the same too, paprika and French cognac that I mixed together. I'm going to dunk probably each bundle at least 2 to 3 times and yeah, gonna go ahead and set them aside as I dunk them. Make sure that there's no blonde pieces in the middle or anything like that. And make sure every hair is getting saturated. So as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and dip the frontal, but I have to be a little bit careful because the roots are still coloring and I don't want them to be um like completely dismissed by all the hard work I just did. And boom. This is after we air dry only, no blow dry. And look at those waves. Look at the fullness of those ends. Look at that hair. So let's get into this custom wig, you guys. I have not made a video of me making a custom wig in years. So let's get into the detail and all of the things that make a wig a wig. Okay, so just like any good wig maker knows, we need T-pins to hold all of our pieces and corners and crevices down so that nothing will move or get out of place. As you can see, I already did a pink outlining as far as where I wanted the frontal to go. A lot of people make the mistake of angling their frontal back or forward, and you need to just lay the frontal at a very, very straight line going down. I know at this angle it does look like it's going back, but it's definitely going straight down. Make sure you do not angle your frontal back or else it will not reach the front of your sideburns. So as you can see right here, that pink drawing that you see is where I'm going to put my lash track, like this one, because I make a little hole to go above my ear so that the wig does not sit over my ear. I do have two junk ears, meaning I have hundreds of piercings in both, and I hate when my wig gets stuck in there, so I try to make sure all my wigs sit above my ear and not on top of it. And my head is also extra small, so I never sew the entire wig space. I always go around it and kind of cut out a nice measurement for my small little peanut head, okay? And as you can see, I do flip tracks. I do not cut tracks at all. I do not cut tracks. I do not cut tracks. I do not mind flipping them and making it extremely flat because who wants a wig that's going to be starting to shed as soon as you make it? Nobody. And then I just use my T-pins to keep those tracks in place as I go ahead and keep sewing. And there's that little dip that I made to go over my ear. So other than that specific dip, there's nothing special I'm doing other than just going back and forth, folding it as tight and as clean and neat as possible. And then we're just going back and forth, nothing crazy. I actually low key ran out of hair, but I just used this small little piece I had at the top and finished it on up. And we're making sure we pull every string because we don't want any humps, lumps, or bumps in our wig. And boom, look at that. So I did pluck my wig off camera because plucking is way too tedious and honestly nobody got time for that. So I plucked off camera. As you can see, I do have a lot of different tones of orange in here and auburn and cinnamon, and I don't mind because I feel like any good cinnamon colored wig has a lot of different tones in it, and I love that about this color. So now you're gonna see me curling with my cheap curling irons, child. I can't wait to get me the new curling irons, the i4s, i3s, whatever they're called. I love those curling irons, and I really can't wait to get them because this one, it's not even ceramic. The hair gets stuck to the curling iron, and it just hurts my wrist. But anyway, look at these beautiful pin curls I did. So we went ahead and pin curled the entire wig beforehand because it's just way easier. So not gonna lie, I'm gonna definitely speed through this install because I feel like all of Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok collectively shows you how to put on a wig. So I'm gonna get our Got to Be Glue gel, put those edges back, okay? And if you didn't know, I did bleach my hair platinum blonde. When I redo my roots, I will be doing a updated video for you guys and update you guys on my blonde journey. I've been loving it so far. And yeah, I sew my cap down because I love my hair and I'm not putting no glue on it. So yeah, we're taking care of our hair in 2022. Okay, we ain't snatched out our edges or none of that. And as y'all know, don't play crazy. Got to get that bald cap looking bald, because how else would it be a bald cap? Of course, I'm just using one of my favorite foundations. Nothing crazy. Getting my alcohol, cleaning off that hairline is the extremely important step, or else your wig will not stick. And here is the final fitting of the wig, showing you guys the inside. I did already put makeup on the, actually, I didn't put makeup on the inside of the lace yet, but this is how good it looks. As you can see, it's so transparent. Look at that lace. Wow. This hair company's lace is literally always the bomb. I've been working with them for a few years, and the lace never, ever, ever disappoints. I won't mention what hair glue I'm using because it's unimportant, and it's actually my least favorite hair glue. I was only wearing this wig for 24 hours because I had a photo shoot, so I wasn't big on if the wig stayed. I just needed it to look amazing. So now we're pushing that lace into the skin with our rat tail comb. Push, 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 and this is the moment I know that I'm that bitch. Oh yeah. And of course, now we're just going to shear off our baby hairs. Nothing crazy. I want to do some really big swoops for this look because, like I said, we're doing a photo shoot. So we need dramatic swoops and get our mini curling irons. Get those baby hairs nice and curled. I actually have a little trick for cutting baby hairs when they're too long, but I didn't show you guys in this video. So maybe next time I'll show you guys how I get them off of my eyebrows. But in the meantime, here's how I do my swoops. I do use 3 different products to do my baby hairs, so I'll show you guys that in another video as well. And now I'm just perfecting, making sure all those little hairs are pushed back or down. You gotta pick a side, honey. Can't be on the fence. Clean lace. Look at that. And this is just me getting those little teeny, teeny hairs and making it a clean hairline. And we're done, guys. This is the end of the tutorial. Make sure you guys follow me on TikTok. Yes, so you guys can see the after. I already posted pictures of this look, so follow me on Instagram as well.